Welcome to the Frustration to Freedom podcast, helping advisors and insurance producers grow their practice. My name is Mike Bemis, Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Simplicity, Minneapolis. I got my sidekick here, Jeremy Karja, also a Senior Advisor Development Consultant at Simplicity, Minneapolis. Jeremy, how's it going today?
You know what? It's going great today. I'm excited about the topic here.
I'm excited about the topic here. This is something extra that I would say a lot of producers don't do. And I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but sometimes when you service your clients, it really helps them buy into you and also become a client, referrals. We're going to talk about that. So this is the series we're talking about the 4 appointment musts at every first appointment. Okay, which is the 4 things you do in every first appointment. We've covered fire the broker. We've covered the sure thing versus a maybe, socialize the word annuity. And the last thing is personal financial inventory binders and putting those together for your clients and showing them in the first appointment. So, Jeremy, what is a personal financial inventory binder?
Personal financial inventory binder, maybe we start with what it's not, Mike. I mean, it's not a little cheap second grade project where you have the client's information in there. This is a nice high level piece that you're going to show clients that we've had many advisors come to us and say, that little piece gained me a $50,000 commission. It's a piece that we highly recommend people do. It's a piece that is game changing if you use it properly. Now, it's just a paperweight if you don't know how to use it. So us just telling you, get one, isn't going to do a lot. It's, again, like all of the stuff we teach, it's how you use it. It's the process you use it. It's the words you say that work, that really make this thing work.
So a personal financial inventory binder, if you're watching us on YouTube, it is a really nice vinyl or leather, 3-wing binder, typically 2-inch or above. It says personal financial inventory binder on it. It has, your practice logo on it. And the big thing is, it's how many clients are unorganized. How many clients don't have all their situation put together? We're going to talk about, an asset summary and, as some of the things that the income for life report agenda, that's going to be part of our future conversations on the podcast. But it's a service thing. So at the end of every first appointment, you say, if you become a client, one thing we're going to do for you is put together a personal financial inventory binder. And we're going to have Jeremy role play that, but it's going to have all their information in there. Their income for life report, their asset summary, their will, their trust, their life insurance, accounts they have with you, accounts they don't have with you, managed money, long-term care, taxes. And here's the thing, and I know we're living in a digital world, right, Jeremy?
Yes.
But if we're working with retirees, they still love to touch and feel something, right?
Yes.
And it makes it tangible for them. I'm not touching anybody's toes, but I had some producers I worked with in the past, and we're going to put everything on e-money. I love e-money. This stuff's great. I'm not saying this stuff's bad, right? But if I have a 65-year-old and he or she's been handling the finances, and that he or she puts it in the e-money thing or whatever it is, does the other one know where to go still? Do the loved ones know where to go still?
Do they even have the passwords?
Do they even have the passwords? And who has all been through a situation, raise your hand, where a loved one passed away and it took months to figure everything out?
Yeah.
I bet you every producer listening to this has a story, right? On that. If we can put this together for them, and so I know Mike Sharank, our founder, would always say, if you become a client, we're going to put this personal financial inventory binder together for you. That's something that's right at the end of the first appointment, right? And I know he said, he had clients give him $1 million just for that binder, right?
It's a good ROI.
That's not bad. I mean, when you put together a nice one, honestly, it costs, $35, $45 a piece. What's commission on a really good annuity sale? I think your ROI is okay.
Yeah.
Right?
It'd be all right.
So,
and what I like to tell my kids, Mike, why not both? I love e-money as well. I love the electronic version of this. But again, they need something tangible to hold on to grab onto, that they can actually touch, feel, and like you said, be able to just pull it out of the fire safe and use it, bring it in for meetings and use it, right? So Yeah, it's a big key.
I think the thing is too is differentiating yourself as a producer. Our founder Mike Strank always talks about: do you want to treat them like Godiva chocolates or Hershey Kisses chocolates? Right?
Yep.
They're both $5 bag in a plastic bag. The other one's a $50 box where each individual candy's in its own little compartment and own little wrapper. And what type of experience are you giving your clients? How are you differentiating yourself from your competitor down the street? Right?
Yeah, I love that, Mike. We do this. If you come to our live training, what we do is we'll actually throw a Hershey bag, around and pound of chocolate for $5, right? Nobody really cares. Nobody's taking care of it, right? You're just throwing it around past. But then we bring out this beautiful gold enwrapped, envelope of Godiva chocolate, same pound of chocolate, different presentation, right?
Yep.
And so we're
Yep.
teaching our advisors, be the Godiva. This personal financial inventory binder separates you and it makes you the Godiva in the financial world, right? You're going to
Absolutely.
separate yourself from the competition.
So let's do a quick role play. Let's do a role play. We'll end of an appointment and have you walk through how Mike's drink would kind of present this to the clients at the end of the appointment. So we're in an appointment to kind of set it up. We say, hey, we're going to have 3 things for them when they come back. The asset summary, the agenda, their numbers in the income for life report, which we'll talk about in the future. Why don't we kick it off there?
I like it. So yeah, Mike, we're going to have 3 things when you come back. You're going to love this. We're going to have an asset summary that's going to walk through all of first off, agenda. Agenda is going to walk through everything we spoke about today, right? All the things that are most important to you, and just make sure we're both on the same page before we proceed forward. Then we'll have an asset summary, and that asset summary is just going to break down all your assets minus your liabilities and give you a 1-page net worth statement. And then we'll walk you through your customized income for life report. You're going to love that. And then I'd pull it up, show them a sample and all that. Now, one thing, I don't know if I showed you guys. Have I showed you my personal financial inventory binder yet?
No, wait, what's that?
No, okay. Well, do you mind if I show you that quick? Okay, great. So let me ask you this. This is what we call our personal financial inventory binder. Now, if you were to pass away and all of a sudden, who handles most of the finances? You or Emily?
It's me.
Okay. So if you were to pass away, does Emily know all your passwords to every account?
No.
Does she know where everything is? Does she know how to get access to all of the financial information in your entire world?
I just got kicked under the table, Jeremy.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I usually prepare my guests, tell them to wear some shin pads. This is
That's
common.
a no. That's a no.
Okay. So here's what we love to do for clients, right? Because this is common. We've all been through it where somebody passes away. Maybe you know somebody, maybe you had a relative, but they don't know where everything is. And they spend weeks and months digging through file after file. And the person who ran the finances in their world, they thought they had everything covered. They thought that it would be a nice, easy transition if something happened to them. Well, number one, they didn't expect a lot of times something to happen to them. And so they thought they had it all set up, but the problem is it's still really, really difficult. So what we created here at our firm is a personal financial inventory binder that I'll just give you a quick peek. When you become a client, we do this and give this all to you, okay?
Okay.
And so if we go through it tab by tab, we're going to see your entire financial world in here. And you're going to see asset summaries. You're going to see information on mortgages. You're going to see your attorney documents. You're going to see everything in your entire financial world in this binder, right? And then you're going to come back to us every year or twice a year, and we're going to update this. So that way everything's up to date. You keep it on the fire safe, you take it out, and then you just basically bring it in whenever we have a meeting. And so would you feel a lot more comfortable knowing you had something like this?
My wife just said yes.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. So our clients just absolutely love this. And if you have a lot of documents, we can create a couple for you, right? You have a lot going on. Again, we're really looking forward to seeing you next week and walking through your customized income for life report. We're going to run the assessment and see if it makes sense for us to help you further in your retirement. That sound good, Mike?
Sounds good.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
And a quick side note on this, a lot of times it's the wives that love it. And so I'm a lot of times talking to the wives in this. I'm not even talking to Mike. I first find out who handles the finances. And if it's the husband, a lot of times it is, I'm talking to the wife and saying, would you like something like this? Would this be good to have? And they're talking on the way home and they're saying, Mike, we need that binder. Oh
We
my,
need that
I would feel
binder.
so much better if we had that binder,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So very important.
The
Anything I
other,
missed there, Mike, we want to just touch on?
I would say the last thing, when I'm working with my producers, the other power of you having a personal financial inventory binder is they come in for annual reviews. Okay,
Yes.
we can look through the binder. Where are the gaps? What's not filled in, right? Okay, maybe we did an income plan. Maybe they came to us at 59 and a half and bam, they're not going to retire for another 5 years. We did an annuity, maybe some AUM. Mr. and Mrs. Client, I see we don't have any long-term care. We wanted to talk about that life insurance, right? Or, hey, now it's time to move, Sally's 401k. Now she's 59 and a half, right? So it's an awesome thing for annual reviews too when they bring that in to have more conversations across sell for other things. We don't just sell annuities here at Simplicity Minneapolis. We do everything, right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Well, and that's a great point, Mike. And you got to ask yourself too, if you're sitting down with a client, who's getting referral? The advisor who just sold them an annuity and left tire marks on their driveway and hasn't called them in 10 years? Or the individual who's met with them once a year, updates their binder, gave them this beautiful binder, and didn't treat them like Hershey Kiss, treated them like Godiva, right? Your referral, we are very big on referrals, and stay tuned. We have a lot of content around referrals, especially because our owner, Mike Starenka, has had articles written about him being the referral king. And so we have a lot of information, and we're going to touch on that in future episodes. And this binder is a key piece to helping set up and getting that referral too.
100%. If I do extra service, I treat him like Godiva. That's a great time to ask for a referral. So we'll talk about that in the future.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, that's the fourth thing. We did all four of them.
There it is.
Right? Fire the
Keys to
broker.
the first meeting.
Fire the broker, sure thing versus a maybe. Socialize the word annuity, and talk about the personal financial inventory binders. So again, if you need help, if you're on an island and you need a bridge to the mainland, we can be that bridge for you to help you grow your practice. In every YouTube video, every podcast that we do, we have a link in there where you can book a time with Jeremy or myself, and you're gonna get us. You're not gonna get somebody first. You're actually gonna get us, and we'll talk. We'll just want to learn about your practice, learn about where you need help, and then we'll talk about how we can help you grow your specific practice.
And quick disclosure, don't be like our Chicago couple who said, hey, I already do that, or I can go do that on my own. And they go to Staples, pick up a little white binder slip their name of their company in there, and they have these colored tabs, and it looks like a third grade project I did with my kids. And you don't want that. These clients are looking to give you $500,000, $1 million, $2 million. You really want to look professional. So talk to us, because we can help guide you to the right people who can create them properly, look professional, and give you discounts using some of our people.
Awesome. Well, if you're ready to join Team Elevate, click on the calendar link. Let's go.
Let's go.